Welcome back to Shoot from the Hip. Lancer's given up on doing intros because he stinks.
You did a good job just then. Except for insulting me. You did a good job.
Just insulted you. And you're like, great job, man.
Great job.
Thanks. All right, so this is episode 29, which means nothing.
I mean, it's not.
There's no holidays
I mean,
or
it's
anything.
one more than 28.
Yeah.
No holidays or
One
anything
less
like
than
that.
30.
Nothing cool.
You know, kids are week into school now, and
Happy
And
Monday.
Lancer's not having to deal with it.
Yeah, so some kids might be listening to our podcast on their way to school.
They might be.
How cool would that be?
It's
We might
doubtful.
have to put it up earlier.
Yeah, we might have to.
All right, so to kick things off today, we
Yeah.
wanted to do some embarrassing stories, some embarrassing moments that we've had in our life,
Mm-hmm.
young and old. I guess
Yeah.
we're not that old.
I mean, one of us is.
That's true.
Hey, wisdom. There needs to be some wisdom in this room somewhere.
Too bad we didn't get any.
He's not just on it insulting you. Like, he's
Man.
just on both of us
I think
right
Matt's
now.
hungry. When Matt gets hungry, he gets a
Yeah.
little edge to
Yeah, he
him.
does.
It's true. All I've had is a granola bar.
Hasn't hit the stomach yet.
Yeah, it's working its way down.
We're like, hey, we're going to be less distracted this episode. And here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian was like, we're going to be on topic now. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
All right, so embarrassing stories. So I guess I'll kick it off.
Yeah.
I had a kind of a funny thing happen to me. For graduation, we had a particular, series of events where we're up front and we kind of walked through it because we did, what do they call that? The pre-graduation deal?
Like rehearsal?
Yeah, it's not called rehearsal, though. It's called something else. What's it called?
I don't know.
Something else.
Okay, something. You went through something else?
Yes, where they kind of walk you through, okay, this is the way this is going to go.
I mean, it sounds like a rehearsal.
It's 100% a rehearsal,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
it has
just,
has a
it
special
has a
name,
name,
yeah.
yeah. And I think there's like a dinner with the family afterwards or something like that. So,
Wait, this is for graduation?
yeah, this is for graduation from high school.
Okay.
And it was a little Christian school, so there are not that many people. So they can do that.
Okay.
Maybe this was just your school.
It might be, because
Nah,
this doesn't sound familiar to mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you went to a public school,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
We had like 1,000 kids.
Yeah,
in our
there's no way
graduation
you could
class.
do that.
There were like 65 people in my graduating class.
Wow.
Yeah. Public school. Just tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
tiny country.
Well, no, this was in the States.
Oh,
It was
in
just
the
a,
U.S.
yeah.
Gotcha. Anyway, my story.
Yeah. What happened at this?
So we went through like everything, and one of the things that they're telling us, okay, you're gonna sit down here, you're gonna stand up then, and you're gonna do this, and we went through it all, and as we go through it all, there's just like this knowledge of when you're supposed to stand, when you're supposed to sit. And there's this one moment that I thought it was time to stand.
Yep.
And I knew that it was the wrong time to stand, but I did it anyway.
Classic.
And so I stood up, full-fledged stood up. And then the person next to me was like, sit down. And I was like, sat back down. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm such an idiot. And it was funny because I'm pretty sure I talked about it with the person who was sitting next to me because she was a friend of mine. And I had talked about it. I'd been like, somebody's going to stand up at the wrong time. And I was the person to do it. And
Just
I was
happened to
like,
be
I'm
you.
an idiot. Yep.
That happens a lot in church, I feel like.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
yeah, especially when you see visitors come in
Uh-huh.
and you're like, you have to agree, we have kind of a strange in our church, it's not strange for us, but
Yeah.
sit down, stand up, sit down,
Yes.
stand up. There's a lot of,
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
And visitors,
We get
they
our
just
squats in.
Yeah. They just don't notice. There's always you see them, you're like, you kind of feel bad for them because they're
Yeah.
standing up and everybody else sits down before they even
Right,
say
yeah.
sit down.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, wait, what? What's
Yeah,
going on?
especially like you said, like when they're in the front and they
Yeah.
don't know that everyone behind them has sat down.
You know what I think is the fun thing? Is there's always somebody who stands up for singing. We stand up to sing. And there's always somebody who has to stand up first.
Yes.
but I am never gonna be that person. I'm always just like,
Someone else will do this.
this.
Yeah, that's a weird thing when you stand up when you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
For some reason, that little thing.
You just stick out.
Yeah.
Like a sore thumb.
It's a small thing, but
Yeah,
it makes
uh-huh.
a big impression on you.
Right, and really, honestly, I don't think that anybody else cares, but it feels like all eyes are on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could totally agree with that.
Anyways, who's up?
I got one I'd like to share.
Go for it.
Unless you want to, Brian.
Nope.
Okay, I got one. This one, I was in, I don't know, 3rd, 4th grade or something like that, and I was at my football banquet. So we were getting our trophies and everything.
Yeah.
And the coach was up in the front, and he had the trophy, and he was just saying, this kid had, so much heart, and he worked so hard at practice every day, and he was just throwing out all these compliments, and I just knew he was talking about me. I was like, yeah,
Lance is just
that's
eating,
me. I'm
Lance
like,
is eating it up.
I'm over here like, yeah, buddy, yeah, I did. And he's like, he played so hard every game. He gave his 110%, you know.
This picture of you over there, like smiling and nodding,
And then he says, so I want to present this award to, and I'm walking up to the stage. I'm like up there standing next to the coach, and he's like, no.
That's horrible.
It was so bad. And I had to do the walk of shame back to my seat.
Wow. Wow. Pride goeth before the fall, right?
Yeah. I mean, like in
Or
motion
no,
right
it's
there.
pride goeth before the shirt. Anyway.
Yeah. Whatever.
we knew what you meant.
It was embarrassing, and but I laugh about it today because it was funny.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for it to be funny?
Man, I did like that whole fake, haha, that was stupid, right? Like right afterwards. But maybe.
But when you think back into
Is it
in your
cringeworthy?
mind,
Does it make you cringe today?
it doesn't make me
Yeah.
cringe anymore. I think it's like
that was a long time ago.
fading effect.
like I still get this pit in my gut when I realize that I've lost my class ring from college, or not from college, from high school,
Uh-huh.
because my parents paid for most of it.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Do they know you lost it?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say,
They do
are you
now.
breaking it to them now?
No, they know. And like that, like I had like dreams for weeks about finding the stupid thing. Never found it.
Oh, man.
That's
Yeah,
like a
so-
traumatic event.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
seriously.
PTSD over there.
Do you want my high school class ring? I kind of hate it.
Yeah, I
It
rank
says my
myself
name.
up there with the guys who go through serious traumatic events overseas.
I wake up in cold sweats. Where's my ring?
Yeah, no. But it is that like gut feeling of just like, oh, it's just dread.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Yeah, I tried to think of some cringeworthy stories. I have to admit, I have a lot of embarrassing stories. I don't know what that says about myself. If I'm just overly sensitive or just really stupid.
Yeah,
So,
that's probably it.
so we were when we came back from Moldova to the States, we came back with a small Russian singing group that would go around to church, raising support and stuff like that. And occasionally I would play guitar for them. And, we'd gone to this church one time, probably fairly good-sized church, maybe 200 people. Old building, so vaulted ceilings. It was, very ornate. And we were up there singing the song. And, the place had great acoustics, by the way. So, sounded great. I'm enjoying it. And to set the scene...
This is the boys' choir.
Yeah. I do not sing. I would only play guitar. Yeah, or else no one would have taken them on for support. So anyway, there's a group of 5 or 6 people to my left. I'm on the right playing guitar, acoustic guitar. It's an Ovation, which is a heavy guitar. So the Ovations have a composite body back,
Right.
Very heavy guitar. The main singer at the time was directly to my left. She had the microphone, doing her solo or whatever. I'm strumming. Well, standing up with a strap on, the right strap buckle on the right side of my guitar comes undone. Mm-hmm. This was happening on a downstroke, so I had no chance to save the guitar with my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm holding onto the fretboard with my left hand, so this becomes a giant pendulum. Heavy guitar, giant pendulum. So for one thing, as soon as it comes unbuckles, I strum down, and it makes a horrible noise. So I hit all the wrong strings. You know, swings like a pendulum, clocks this girl in the right knee. She's singing.
The right leg knuckle.
The right leg knuckle, yes. She lets out the most horrible yelp I've ever heard in my life. With the microphone, it echoes across the whole church. My guitar then falls out of my left hand and hits the floor, and it's hooked up to the PA system, so it's like, I mean, just all this happened super fast.
That's
and
awesome.
everyone's just like standing there, and like everyone stops, and it was so silent. I just like, someone say something. There's no recovery from that. I just walk over, get my guitar, and like sit down. I'm like, all right,
I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was just
That's
so rough.
I'm so glad you shared that.
Yeah, man, it's kind of difficult for me to think about.
One of those things you just can't recover. Like,
No, there's no recovery.
No, it was over.
So when I was in fifth grade, there was a girl who came to speak to us. I don't remember why or what the reasoning behind it was. It was just kind of interesting. She came to talk to us, and she had a particular disability. And the disability was that, like, I don't know if you call it a disability per se, but it was that she didn't have feeling.
oh, okay, yeah. Like,
So
she
when
didn't feel pain or anything?
right, she didn't feel pain. So when she woke up, like in the morning and stuff, she had to check to make sure she didn't like accidentally scratch herself and stuff like that.
Right.
And really interesting, difficulty and a serious thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting in the back of this.
This is going bad real quick.
I'm sitting in the back of this group. She's telling us about this stuff, and I'm a guy who sits in the back of the class and like whispers and like tells jokes with people and chuckles and stuff like that. So I'm in the back, and we're it's something totally unrelated. Started just kind of like chuckling a little bit in the back. Well, my teacher happened to see me chuckling, and so she pauses everything, points me out, and goes, "Is this funny to you?" And I was like,
"Oh no!"
I was like, "No, ma'am." I was like, "No."
No recovery from that.
And she was like, "Apologize to her right now." And I was like,
salt in the wound.
I wasn't like laughing, but she's like, "Apologize to her right now." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like, I'm
You
sorry.
are a horrible
I
person.
was like, I'm so
How dare you.
sorry. And so then, like, it was horrible embarrassment. And I was
because
just like,
you weren't,
I didn't do it. I didn't do
but
what
you
she
had to
thought that I did.
apologize. If you
Yes.
didn't apologize, then you really look like a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be even
Yeah.
worse. Like,
Yeah. It's the worst.
oh, that's so
that's
bad.
rough.
Hated it.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
That would seem like it'd be cringeworthy.
Okay,
to
so
this
let
today.
me just follow that up with another one that just came to mind real quick. I'm sorry to go back to back, but I had another teacher. I would talk in class fairly consistently, but she didn't call me out on it that often. And usually I was discreet about it.
Usually.
But there was one time that the person next to me dropped her pencil. I picked up her pencil and went to hand it to her, and so I happened to be looking at her, and my teacher turns around and goes, "Matthew, stop talking." And I like looked up at her like, what did I do? And I was like, I wasn't talking. And she smacks the whiteboard. And she goes, "Do you want to take this outside of the classroom?" And I said, "No, ma'am." And so he goes, "Then stop talking and stop talking back." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, what the heck?
Oh, man.
I got in trouble for nothing, basically. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's always just always
Yeah,
innocent.
I got in
man.
trouble for other things, and other times there were
Where you
times that I
deserved
got
it?
in trouble
Yeah.
for nothing, and I'm just like, why?
Just that guilty look on your face.
Yeah. Well, you probably deserved it from the times you got away from it. The old saying
yeah.
goes,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, but the one about the girl, that was rough, though.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was real rough. So, like, why that stuck in my head. I got PTSD from that one.
I got one that might top that one. It's a little bit different, but it's bad. So I was in 7th grade. You're 13 years old.
Yeah, awkward stage.
Yeah, it's a really awkward stage. You're kind of doing that little like you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend thing, but you only see each other at school,
Right.
and like you don't even really talk to each other at school. You're just like, yep, you're my boyfriend. Like that's
Right,
about
it's status thing.
yeah, that's
yeah.
all it was. So anyway, I was sitting in class, and my friend in front of me, he like rubbed my foot, like rubbed my leg in like kind of like a flirty way, like. But he was just like joking around,
Okay,
right?
okay.
But
Nice save.
no, it wasn't.
Wrong
it wasn't,
story. Wrong story.
Yeah, I was like, wait, he or she? Okay.
Well, it wasn't he.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
it caught me really off guard, and it scared me, and I jumped up in my chair. And whenever I jumped up, I landed, and all the gas in my body flowed out in a glorious echoing tone on those blue plastic chairs that we sat on. And the classroom was dead silent at this point, right?
Yeah.
And it was like when you're in middle school, the most
That's one of the
embarrassing
worst things in front of a girl at that point
Exactly.
in your life was
Yeah.
like, you know.
Exactly. Like my girlfriend at the time was sitting next to me, right?
Nice.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that was so
Was she still your
embarrassing.
girlfriend after?
Okay, that's the follow-up story. Because they started this whole rumor going around like, man, did you hear what Lancer did in class? Like everyone started talking about it. And I was
Nice.
like, oh man, this is the worst thing that could
It's
happen.
not a rumor if it's true.
Right.
Lance.
Well, everyone was talking about it.
yeah.
Everyone.
It's just a story at that
And-
point.
yeah, and that happened early in the day.
Yeah.
So as the day went on, people kept hearing and hearing. I'm like, I got to do something to cover up this story.
Oh, my word.
And I go, you know what I'm going to do?
Make a bigger story.
I'm going to make a bigger story.
All right, Michael Scott.
Look, if you remember back a few episodes ago, Lancer's solution to like the text, sending the embarrassing text to the wrong
Yeah,
person
yeah.
was make up a worse story.
Exactly.
I see a theme here.
Yeah.
This is Lancer's answer to everything. Like,
This is really what I did. And
Talk yourself.
And I go, the thing that would make it, the only thing that would cover the story up is if I break up with my girlfriend today.
Oh, my word.
oh no!
So I sent my friend. I said, "Hey man, I need you to go break up with her for me."
Nice.
You know, because we never did it. Like we didn't do it in person,
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah.
And she comes
Totally
back
a
into the.
thing.
She was like in the library, and she comes back in the classroom, just like crying her eyes out, like her heart
Do
just
you
got
realize
broken.
you could be one of the few people in history to break up with their girlfriend to cover up a fart? I mean, that is serious, man. That's serious dedication.
It's
to
a real thing, man. I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
so yeah, she came back in crying, and it totally. Let me tell you something. It worked. It totally worked.
success.
No one talked about me farting for the 3
good.
weeks. They talked
I
about.
see why you have confidence in this system now
It
to
worked.
just top yourself. Dude,
worked.
that is epic.
That's so,
So yeah, there you go. If to all of our 7th grade listeners,
great. Oh, wow.
Of all reasons to break up with someone, that has to be one of the craziest.
yeah, it was
Listen.
a true story.
I love you, but you know,
But
I got embarrassed,
I need
and somebody's got to take the fall. It ain't gonna be me.
That's exactly how it is. Oh yeah.
Was she cute?
I mean, of course, man. Of course she was.
No, I have a question. Were you fat as
No,
a kid? Okay.
no. In
I don't know. I just curious.
in
Trying to set the scene.
Yeah.
So like no, I was like a 3-sport athlete at the time. So
Okay.
I was actually for a 7th grader, I was in pretty good shape.
You were
I
confident.
was
You're
a
like,
ripped
I can
7th
get
grader.
Yeah.
I can get another girlfriend, but I'm never gonna be able to live this down.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
weigh it quickly. You're like, listen.
You'll be known as a fart boy for the rest of your life if you don't break up with your girlfriend today.
Exactly. And
The crazy thing
so
for
there you
like,
go.
what did you say, 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th
For a
grade.
7th grader to think of that is pretty impressive. To weigh the social, implications of breaking up with my girlfriend or being fart boy for the rest of my life.
I mean, it can destroy you from middle school through high school. Like
true.
that just
Quick-
would ruin you, right?
Quick decision.
So
Thinking
yeah.
on your feet, man.
Yeah, I had to do
Kudos.
something.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, so I've got a story. This one.
I hope it's not as funny so that I can let my face
Listen,
rest.
This is not. Well, to me, it's a very funny story.
Yes,
It's not
okay.
necessarily embarrassing to me, but it's so funny. I have to tell it. So just hang with me.
Okay.
Okay, I might have
So-
one like that. Yeah.
I'm walking. This is back when I was in college. I'm walking back to my dorms, I believe, and walking on the sidewalk. There's the main road to my left, and this particular location, you go down a fairly large hill, and then it goes straight back up to another big hill, right? And the dorms are at the top.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like walking, just doing my thing, and then someone flies by me on like a road bike, and it sticks in my mind because this is a girl with all the gear, like the uniform,
like spandex.
Yeah. It was like a really nice bike. The helmet, the clip-in shoes, and everything.
Yeah.
But it stuck out in my mind because I don't know how to say this politely. She's a biggin. And
I don't know if that was polite or not.
Okay, and I'm just thinking, like, oh my man, like, and I don't mean like slightly, this is someone you would not think that
you're not like, oh, okay, good.
Like, I don't know that bike is going to hold up.
Like you were legitimately concerned.
I was like, yeah. So she goes fast down the hill, and I'm walking, and she starts to go up the other side of the hill, and I'm walking, and she had the speed from the bottom of the hill, but she's quickly running out of speed. Right. So I'm just walking at a normal pace, and I'm slowly starting to catch up to her, and she's going slower and slower, and like I see her keep gearing down,
right?
And at this point, by the time I catch up to her on my left, like she's just huffing and puffing, and there's a lot of hill left to go.
Yeah.
And she's at the lowest gear, and her feet are just going, like really fast, and she's like barely crawling.
Did you get behind her and just start pushing?
No, so I look over to her, and I'm like, "You all right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Well, I don't think she had been out on this bike a lot because she was like coming to a stop, like right beside me. And she did not know how to unclip the shoes.
Oh no!
She's like eye contact with me.
Twist your feet.
Like she's eye contact with me, and like just this look on her face was like, I'm going to fall.
Save me.
And then right before like she comes to a complete stop and starts to tilt, she goes, "Help!" Like in the sweetest kind of voice, like she'd been defeated. Because I'd asked to help before. She's like, "Oh, I'm fine." And now I was like, "Help!" And like she just completely fell on her side, and was just like kept spinning the bike wheel, like it was gonna like.
She kept pedaling.
She kept pedaling, and oh my goodness,
poor girl.
Like. Oh, it was such a pathetic scene, and like at this point, there were like other people around.
Did you just walk away?
And I just kept walking. I had to offer help twice already. Just like, and she's just sitting there,
girl.
and she's just like just I don't know. She just kept pedaling. The wheel just kept going faster and faster. Like it's not going to work.
Oh man! So what I'm gathering from this is that poor girl. And you're just a jerk.
Okay, I asked to help. Plus,
you did.
I don't know. I don't want to be putting my hands on.
Yeah.
There were other people coming around. She was going to get help.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
It
is hard to get your feet out of the clips if you don't know how to.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get that weird twisty.
Yeah, you got to twist to the side or whatever.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't know how to get out of them. I would just fall over.
It was just so funny because
you practice a couple times,
Like she's ahead of me, I'm walking, and I'm catching up, and I'm thinking I shouldn't be catching up to this person on my bike. And then at this point, like I'm going faster than she is, and she's slower and slower.
Just puffing.
That's awesome. I guess in that same vein, so I have a couple embarrassing stories, not for me.
Okay.
So kind of similar deal. So mine, it was. I was so glad that I got to see this because it was. I was moving back out of Columbia.
Right.
Because I was doing an internship in Columbia, South Carolina, and I was moving out of Columbia, and on my way, I was riding with Adrian was asleep, I believe, but I woke her up to see this. I saw these two people coming up on a moped to a stop, and I look over at them, and they come up to the intersection and they stop. Neither of them put their feet down, and both of them just kind of tip on over, and just fall over. And then I see the guy just like shove the moped up with one arm. They're both getting up. I'm like, you both have feet.
Yeah. No one thought to put them down.
It was nuts.
Wow.
There was not a designated kickstander.
It was really funny. Since that one was short, let me just hit the next one. And this is at the expense of my brother. My brother, one time, he went to use a bathroom at a Walmart. And so he goes in to use the bathroom. And then my mom had to use the bathroom as well. And so then she goes in to use the bathroom. And as she's using the bathroom, she sees feet under the stall that are facing the wrong way. And she's hearing somebody pee. And she recognizes the shoes. And she goes, Brian? And she said she heard him zip up his pants, buckle up, and walk out.
That's the only thing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, you can't do much after that.
Yep. That's like, this is great.
So I believe it or not, I got a follow-up story to the one I had earlier.
Which one, the fart one?
Yeah, the breakup with the girl because I farted in class. So
you got back together again, and then she farted in class.
That's going to be one of the stories you hand down to your grandkids.
Yeah.
Okay, so this may not be as bad, but it continues. Like that story actually continued on a little bit because I'm single now, right? Like I'm on the market.
Yeah,
and so is her best friend.
Oh, this is going to go to a really bad place.
And so, so it's not as bad, like I said, but you know, I
hear that, folks? Lancer's on the market.
I still have been ever since.
Hit him up in those DMs.
Just whatever you do, don't be around him if he's flatulent in a public place.
Hey,
or
things have changed.
The relationship is over.
So anyway, I went up to a friend. I said, "Hey, you want to go out? You know, like 7th grade, go out, like." See each other in class and never talk. Anyway, so I said that, and she goes, "Oh, well, this other guy just asked me out. Let me think about
classic.
it." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, think about it. Just take your time." I was a gentleman about it, whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
And about like 2 or 3 days went by, haven't heard anything, and I just walk up to her, and I go, "You know what? Just forget it. I don't even want you anymore. Like you're not even worth my time." Like I just like really laid into her.
Dang.
Like, right? And she goes, I was actually just about to choose you. I go, oh.
We're like, oh, just kidding. I was just messing with you.
I was like, it's too late now, right? Like, she didn't want anything to do with me after that, right? So anyway, like just to like wrap that other story up.
Did you fart on her then?
I should have, but I did end up just to like kind of make that come in full circle. I did get what was coming to me in a way.
Yeah.
Later.
You know, it'd be hilarious. This girl who had to suffer such horrible tragedy based on your bodily functions. Right. It would be awesome to get her take on that story.
Oh, that would be great.
You know, that'd be so funny if we could interview her and have her tell her story the way she sees it and understand it.
Do you still have connections?
No.
Today's age, we can.
I know we could find her. We just need a couple names.
You just give us a name. We'll do the hard work.
I remember her name, and it might be unique enough to where it
including the last name.
That would be so
excellent.
Awesome, man.
Excellent.
I'll be honest with you, I had not talked to her since that day.
That'd be perfect interview. Yes. Get her in here and just have her like, or even over the phone or whatever, have her explain her perspective. I hope she still lives
local.
Oh gosh, I don't know, man. Like
that would be the best thing.
Let's just sweating now.
I don't know if I want this to happen or not.
I want this to happen.
I'm going to hope that she got married.
I'm going to type this.
We're not asking you. We're just wanting a name.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lancer girlfriend.
If she got married, you'll probably never find her.
Oh, yeah, that might be true. Maybe she didn't get
even
married.
If
maybe you broke her heart.
Maybe she would do a phone. Maybe she would do a phone call.
Maybe
that would just I really want to hear her side of it, man. Really want to We don't know. That could have like seriously damaged her throughout her whole life.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I hope not. I really hope not. I seriously like if somehow you're listening out here and you know who you're doing.
Wait, what'd you say? Her name?
I'm so sorry.
Earlier I asked you if like this is still like something that's cringeworthy, and you're like, no, it's fine now. It's been enough time, or whatever. And all of a sudden now that you're thinking about it, like having to get her, like
It's going to become cringeworthy.
All right, I'm gonna bold it and underline it to make sure that I get that name from you.
send yourself a reminder.
Oh no, this is going to be bad.
All right, Brian, what else you got? That's a great idea.
Oh,
I have two, but they're both very quick. So when I started school in the U.S., I started like mid-year, and I started in AP English, and the teacher's name was Miss McCain. But we started off
Wife of John.
I don't know. They look kind of similar. Oh, God. Well, I guess that would maybe your sister. But anyway, we started off, and the first reading assignment was The Last Mohican. Mohicans? Mohican, yes.
Mohigans?
Mohicans, yes.
Some of you having trouble with it.
Yes.
AP English, right?
So,
Da, 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 da,
yeah, so I was, I can't remember if she asked or something,
Sorry,
but
that's the soundtrack.
I in front of the whole class there, super quiet, new kid, I raised my hand and asked, and I thought what I said was, Miss McCain, and then whatever my question was. And then, like, she didn't hear me, so I said, Miss McCain again. And, like, she still didn't turn around, so I was, like, yelled it pretty loud, Miss McCain. And, like, everyone was, like, giggling, like, laughing, like, what in the world is going on? So what I was actually saying was, Miss Mohican. Miss Mohican! Miss Mohican! I was like, who's this new kid? Yeah, got the book and her name confused.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thought it was funny. I don't know, it was pretty...
The
not
new
very
kids
funny.
always get either they get they get to be misfits, like they don't fit in,
Or
they
they're
get
popular super quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always hated it when the new kid came in and everyone was just like fawning over the new kid, and I'm like,
Yeah. Fresh meat.
he's just a Joe Schmo kid.
What about me?
He ain't nothing special.
Hey, come on, man. I was here before.
So the other one I had real quick was also in college. I was working on a project with a bunch of like, not undergraduates, but
Graduates.
graduate course. They're working on their PhDs. What are they called?
Postgrad.
Yeah, postgrads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look cool, look match their speed, so to speak.
Right.
And I see this guy who's like super smart, talented, like somebody really wanted to get to know.
Opposite of you.
Yeah. And he like looks at me and starts waving, and like of course I wave back, and then he gets a little closer and like waves and like starts pointing and like talking, and I just start talking back to him, and for whatever reason, I don't know what compelled me to just like talk more than was normal, like he may have just said a couple words. I don't remember what it was, but then I was like, just went on this rant, whatever, and then like he got closer and closer, and he's like, actually, I'm trying to talk to the person behind you.
Yeah.
It was just like one of those classic things. Like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
And the guy behind me was just like cracking up, like like there's and then he just proceeded to like talk to the guy like I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Man.
that
rough.
that is embarrassing.
I always hate that awkward wave thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me?
And you just kind
So
of
now I
like
check-
wave and change that to scratching your head and it's just,
Just look the other way, look
Yeah.
into the distance, and just
Roll up
rethink
in the
your
fetal
life.
position.
Yeah, something like that.
to say I'm sorry. All right. So did you have another one, Lancer? Is there a continuation of that story, or is that done? did we finish? Did we close out the saga?
I think that
You
is
realize-
pretty much it. Yeah,
How-
We could
Hallelujah.
take this podcast to the next level with that interview.
Yes.
it would. It would.
Lancer's just like I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh man, y'all want to go to a game? Y'all want
Yeah.
to play a
Yeah.
game? Let's play a little game here. Let's throw some game music on this. All right, so today,
Game music. Yes.
yeah, this is called Game Show.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Like game. Game music. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What? I'm not following. Anyway, So, we are playing a game of movie quotes, and your host, Lancer, who is I,
Yes.
is over here. And I am going to be throwing out movie quotes to these two fine gentlemen sitting next to me.
Ooh, we're fine.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you are.
If Matt was doing the introduction,
I would just insult you.
Yeah, exactly. These two idiots over here.
Nimrods.
So, I'm going to say a quote, and they have to tell me if this is a real movie quote or if it is not.
So do we get bonus points if we guess the movie?
I will say yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you
So one point for getting it correct,
Mhm.
and 2 points for getting the movie, or should we
That sounds
bump
good.
it to 3?
Nah.
Oh, so like, man.
Let's just do an extra point.
Yeah, I would say like an
Just an
extra
extra point.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
All right,
bonus point. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, do we need any other explanations on the rules, or is that good enough?
I think I got it.
Okay. So, here we go. So here we go. We're gonna fade this music out now. All right. So, first quote will be, "I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse." Is this a real movie quote
I'm sure that's been said
or
in some
not?
movie.
I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. Matt, I'll have you start.
That is real.
Say that is a real movie quote. All right, we're going to leave it there for now.
Okay.
Brian.
See, the tricky thing is
yeah.
I don't know if you're going to like alter a quote just marginally. And
Okay.
that's the only thing that I'm like.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a real movie.
You're both
Real-
going to say it's a real movie?
Real movie quote.
Okay.
All right, and then should we guess, or are we going to guess after you say?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
I
let's
got
talk
you.
about this now. So it is not actually
Okay.
a movie quote. It's a misquote.
Right, because the quote is "make them an offer they can't refuse."
That's what I
Is-
said.
No, you
No.
said I'm going to make them an offer
Yeah.
they can't refuse.
Yeah.
I believe there is a quote in it of "make them an offer they can't refuse," and that's The Godfather.
That's what I was thinking. But
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so
But yeah.
are you going to say The Godfather is
Yes.
the movie? Are you going to say The Godfather is the movie?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. But I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't matter, I guess, if it's not
Okay.
real.
So,
Yeah, it's a
yeah, true. So, Matt, you were the quote actually
Okay.
is, "I'm going to make him an offer."
Oh,
he
good
can't refuse."
gracious!
Yeah.
It's going to be one
So-
of these games.
Yeah.
So that-
details.
that-
I
that's-
like it though
That's
because
the
Yeah.
one that I'm going to keep you on your toes. I want
Yeah.
you guys to
Okay,
know
that's
that.
good.
So,
all right.
so we're going to
But
say
I
no
think
points,
I think there's
guess.
also
No
the,
freebies.
I think there's also the command to make them an offer they can't refuse. I think at some point
There
it
might
comes
be.
up a couple different times.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
All right, so here is one. And you got to tell me if this is a real movie quote or not. After all, tomorrow is another day. Is this a real movie quote or is it fake? And we're going to start with Brian this time.
Sounds so familiar.
yeah, fake. I think I'm thinking of James Bond. Oops, James Bond. I shouldn't have said that, but
yeah, you need to
So
chill out.
Are you saying it's real?
no, I'm
or-
saying it's fake. I think it's close again, but
Okay.
I'm saying fake again. Probably wrong though, since the last one
You're
was
gonna
fake.
say- you're gonna say
Maybe
fake?
we probably shouldn't have revealed to like.
So you're going to say fake,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm gonna say fake.
All right, Matt.
After all, tomorrow's another day.
After all, tomorrow is another day. Is this a real movie
I'm
quote?
gonna say it's real.
Okay. The answer is that it is real.
Yeah.
This is a real movie quote. And do we have a movie we want to
Okay.
put on it?
Let's see. After all, tomorrow's another day.
Are you going to say James Bond, Brian? You said
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll say that.
Should we be specific on that? Because
No, I think we could just
How
say
many James Bond movies? I think there's like 34.
No, I
It
mean, what I
might
was
be in.
what I was really thinking of is Live to Die Another Day. which,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not that, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that since I've already.
I
pointed
think
it
it's
out.
called Die Another Day. Yeah. I was actually since you said James Bond, I was going to lean that way, but I feel like that's a little bit cheap to go with that, so I'm not going to steal that. This is incorrect. I'm going to say Day After Tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. Both two good guesses on the
Yeah.
movie, but it is neither one of those. It is actually a quote from Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah,
okay.
Gone
so-
with the Wind.
So yeah, there
A
you
movie
go.
I haven't seen, so
I've definitely heard that quote, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. Neither have I. It's weird. And I live in Georgia. I've lived there my whole
We're going to
life.
have to have a movie.
oh gosh, wait, is it based in Georgia?
I think
I
it's a
know next to
Civil
nothing about
War.
the movie.
It's like supposedly Civil War and like a love story in Georgia or something. I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm probably totally wrong on that. So,
I just made all this up.
but I do know
It's about World War II, and it takes place in Germany.
I do know Matt has 1 point,
Yeah.
and we're gonna say
right.
Brian
Yeah.
has none.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the next one. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it. Is this?
I believe
Here you
that's
go.
real.
You're gonna say that's a real movie quote.
I believe so.
Say it again.
Let me read it exactly. Welcome to the real world. Wow. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it.
Real world is hard to say.
It is.
Like,
Real
world. World.
Um,
World. World.
And the last one was what? False.
Last one was real.
This one was real.
You're playing the odds now.
Yep. I'm going to say real.
You're gonna say it's real. So you
Yeah.
both said real.
Yeah.
This is not a movie quote.
Nah.
So,
Little adjustments to these little quotes.
Well, here's the thing. This actually isn't even. It's a quote, but it's not from a movie.
oh, okay.
It's from a
Oh.
TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, throwing another little twist in there. Do y'all want to guess what TV show it was from?
Hold on.
For a point?
For a point.
Boy
Oh.
Meets World. No.
Boy Meets World? Okay.
It's not.
Give me the quote one more time because I've heard this. for
Welcome
sure.
to the real world. It sucks. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a quote from Friends.
Friends.
okay.
Yeah, I think Phoebe saw like a little baby and she was talking to the baby. Like, well,
This is harder than I thought it was.
Yeah, I
gonna
know, right?
all right, so
we need to move a little faster, I think.
yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so here's the next one. We're still at 1-0, Matt, right?
Yep.
The quote is, I mean, part of my beauty, wow, I can't read at all. I mean, part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
Wow. I have no idea.
It says, I mean,
I go first, right?
yeah,
Not real.
not real. Okay.
I don't even have a guess of what this is from. Part of the beauty.
I mean, part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
I'll just say it's real to be contrary.
All right, so we got Brian not real. Matt says real. This is not a real movie quote.
I said real, right?
Yeah, you said.
Oh man.
Wait,
No,
no,
you said not
You said
real.
not real.
Oh, I'm
so
saying not
yeah,
real.
you got a
Oh.
point.
Yeah.
Wow, we could totally.
You could have
ripped
just
your point.
ripped me off right there.
This is actually a quote from Donald Trump. So,
Oh, wow. Fair enough. That's cool.
That completely sounds like something
yeah.
Deprez would say.
So let's go on to the next one. So we're sitting here 1-1, tied. All right.
Yep.
The quote is, one morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I do not know.
Did Matt say this?
I like this one.
Yeah. Look at the little dad joke one. Yeah. So is this a real movie quote or is it not a real movie quote?
Playing the odds, I'm going to say real.
You're going to say real? Okay.
Just to be different, I'll say fake.
Fake? All right. So the answer is this is a real movie quote.
Okay.
So you're just alternating. Real.
I mean, maybe not.
Was it? Oh, wait a second. You get to guess.
Say it one more time.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
This sounds like a Jim Carrey thing.
I'd be surprised if you got this movie.
Zoolander.
Okay.
I was going to say Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, but I think I'm going to change it to Jumanji.
Okay. It's a movie called Animal Crackers from the 30s, 1930.
Wow, yeah. No,
Yeah.
you definitely wasn't going to
So
get that one.
I would be surprised. So
Yeah.
who got the point on that one?
I did.
Okay, so you got
Yes,
two.
2-1.
2-1.
Yep.
Matt's in the lead. Oh, this. Why didn't I put this in here? Luke, I am your father.
Oh, I get to go first,
Yeah.
right? False.
Okay.
Yep, false.
Wow, man, went
Man,
right
you
by you.
could've-
guys.
Yeah.
That's
that
like
is
a
fake.
classic, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's not a real movie quote, all you hipsters.
It's, no, I am your father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Says, no, I am your father. And what movie?
Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back.
There we go. So
Yeah.
you both got 2 points, I guess. I'll give it to
Okay,
both of you.
sure.
So what's that make? That makes Matt
It's
4,
4-3.
Brian
It
3.
boosts our numbers.
All right.
Oh, you could have just not gave either one of us a point.
Yes. But
So-
it looks cool.
So let's knock out the next one here. Who took my string cheese? I bet it was the alien. Deport him. Is this a real movie? Or is this fake?
It's your go.
Oh! I was like, what are you pointing at?
Pointing at someone behind me?
You pointed at like the bookshelf over here.
You were sitting in front of the
So
bookshelf.
I'll read the quote one more time. Who took my string cheese? I bet it was the alien. Deport him.
I'll say it's true. It's a real one
Okay.
because I have no idea.
I'm going to say true,
Okay.
and you want me to guess the movie?
Well,
Or do you
we'll
go
wait till he says whether
Oh.
it's true or not.
this
and
is not true. This is not a movie
I thought
quote.
it was for sure was from Men in Black.
You thought it was?
Yeah.
okay.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I just made it up off the top of my head.
Okay.
Just
It
something I
seems like
just-
something would be in
I was gonna
I
say
guess it
Hitchhiker. I was gonna say if it was real, I was gonna say Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
yeah.
You know, wow. I guess I should write movies.
Yeah, just one line.
You're so
Almost
good
there.
at one
All right,
lining.
so we're on the 8th one here. I'm just one stomach flu from my goal weight. Quote,
Man, these are some obscure.
I'm just one stomach flu from my goal weight.
True.
Real.
We're both going to say real?
Yeah.
It is real. This is a real movie quote. So you both get a point.
Yeah.
Can you guess what movie it came from? You may or may not get this one. I don't know.
I have a guess, but I don't think it's right.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Legally Blonde.
Okay. It's not a bad guess.
I'm going to say Mean Girls.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. It's actually The Devil Wears Prada.
Wow, very close.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that's actually not bad at
Yeah,
all. Those
yeah.
are
Yeah.
good. All right. So you both got 1 point, right?
All right, we got to.
Yes.
All right. So
it's
here
5
we
to
go.
4.
5-4. Matt's still got the lead. All right. Let's go on to the next one.
It's gonna be like 10 to 9.
All right. Next one is it's like I have ESPN or something.
Okay.
Is this a real movie quote?
It's like I have ESPN or something. I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna say no.
Yeah.
To be different, I'm going to say true or real.
Okay. It is real.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
Brian tied it up on that one. Can you guess what movie that was from?
Say it one more time.
It's like I have ESPN or something.
I know I've seen this movie. I'm going to say Legally Blonde, just because I think you said that,
Okay.
and it's stuck in my head.
To refrain from getting behind, I'm gonna say Legally Blonde too.
Stop playing that.
This is probably the strategy game.
Yeah.
It's actually from Mean Girls. You were just talking about that a second ago.
That's awesome.
So we are tied.
Yeah.
And
All right.
we're on quote number 10.
Last round?
And we have 10 points between us.
So here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's like we both got one right every time.
Yeah.
This didn't happen.
So here's another one. Here we go. Let's see if we can whoever gets the lead from this point on will win.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay? So cuz I have a few more in case we got to keep going.
Okay.
The quote is, "Hey, I found your nose. It was in my business."
Oh.
I don't know what it's about. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Wait, whose go is it?
I don't even know.
I think it's Matt's.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
let Matt go.
I haven't been paying attention. To
It was
that.
it's my go.
Okay. Whoever.
I'm gonna say it's real.
Say it's real.
I'm going to say false or fake.
Fake.
Yeah.
It is fake. This is not a real movie quote. It's just a random quote I found from online.
I like it though.
So, with the come from behind victory.
Did I get some music or something?
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. With the come from behind victory,
Yep.
if I can speak correctly,
Brian.
Brian wins the game. So, this was actually kind of fun. I have 5 more left over. So if we want to do this again, we can pull it back out.
Yeah. We'll
Oh.
definitely pull that one out again.
Yeah.
Well, since we've done some movie quotes, if you guys didn't know what movies these came from, or if you did know what movies these came from, and you want to know a little bit more about them, check out our sponsors over on Facebook, Movie Munchies. I couldn't spit it out. Dang it. I was feeling so good about the build-up.
It was so smooth for a while.
I know. All right, so you stuck wondering what to watch on a Friday night. You end up spending way too much time browsing the new releases and you can't find anything that you want to watch. Let me tell you about my friends Movie Munchies on Facebook. So Movie Munchies is constantly updating their Facebook page with fresh reviews for movies available on streaming sites or in theaters. Not only do you get a great synopsis and movie details, but you can digest it in about 5 minutes or less. Learn about the movies you want to see, or find out about movies you should see. They give you all the information that you need to pick out your next movie, and they make it entertaining too, just like this music. So swing by Movie Munchies on Facebook, pick out your next movie, and leave them a like to stay updated on new arrivals. We've talked about some of the things that they've had recently. I've said Spider-Man about 5 times now. They have that one.
Yeah.
Hey, they also have, I'm looking at it right here, they also have Spider-Man.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was good. So they've got lots
They've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so go check them out. We appreciate their support for supporting this podcast. We would appreciate you supporting them so that they can continue supporting us.
Like a circle of life.
That one was really good. You got to admit that.
That was a lot of supports, but very smooth.
It actually made sense still.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Gracious.
Wow,
That was a fun
good time.
sponsoring. All right. So let's move on to our final segment, and that is diabolical dilemmas.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys don't remember the way that Diabolical Dilemmas works, it's kind of like Would You Rather, except that it's open-ended. So these do not have I always forget that, but they don't have a binary choice. There we go.
Right. There's not like a choose this or this.
I keep wanting to say diametric, but it's way too cumbersome of a word to use.
Cumbersome is a cumbersome word.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, I'll kick it off.
Yeah, go for it. Take it.
If you could be a host of any entertainment TV show, what would it be?
Oh, man. There's a lot of... All right, so...
Yeah. Any entertainment TV show.
You know what, man? I'd love to do The Price is Right.
Oh, you stole
Okay.
my thunder.
I would love to do The Price is Right. Walk around with a long, skinny microphone.
Yeah.
It's got to
And-
be one of the more fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, guess what this thing costs? And if you're close, you might win it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's basically what it is. So
Right.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Wait, is Bob Barker still kicking it, or
Oh no, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey's been doing it.
no? I know. I mean,
Oh,
like, is he still around?
I don't know.
Did he fall into that abyss of we don't know if he's alive or not?
How many people are in that circle?
I think there's a lot.
There was a guy that my wife pulled up the other day, and I was like, "Is that the guy that died recently?" And then I looked it up; it wasn't the guy that died recently. So yeah, he fell into that category.
I'd hate to be like in that area
Yeah.
where like people think I'm dead, but I'm actually not.
That's a sad face.
That's awful. What would you do, Brian?
Since that one's off the table, man, I guess I will say Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of
I
Fortune
think
would
that
be
would
good.
be a good one.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's just like talking about letters all day and stuff. Like,
Yeah, and it's fun. It's not overly complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Neither of those are like my favorite game shows, though. I'll be honest.
what would you do?
Well, I didn't pick a game show in my mind.
Okay.
Well, that's the question, though.
No, it's an entertainment TV show.
Oh,
I did not say game.
So you could do like
gotcha.
the Tonight Show or something.
Yeah, you could.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
my thought was Top Gear.
Top Gear would
Top
be cool.
Gear would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be a fun show to do.
No,
a
I
lot
just-
of spitballing.
yeah.
It's kind of like what we do, but
Except
a little
professional.
bit more, yeah, a little bit more organized
Except
than we
well
do.
done.
Except they're good at it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of good stuff you could do.
Yeah, I came up with that question in my head because I saw a Top Gear video.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that'll work.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, next.
Here we go.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, if animals could talk or at least communicate in a basic way, like in an intelligent manner,
Yeah.
how do you think
Like
the
with
world
clicks
would
and whistles.
change? Yeah, like do you think, or let me just ask this: would you still eat meat?
Oh. Oh.
Would I still eat meat if I could talk to my cow and my chicken?
If your cow or your chicken talk back to you, you can talk to them all you want.
Did I say it that way?
Yeah.
So-
I
they're-
speak goodly.
Yeah, they're, the way I imagine this, their intellect doesn't necessarily change. They
Okay.
can just communicate.
Man.
Yeah, I think I could probably still eat them because they're probably the what they say is probably pretty nonsensical.
Probably.
It's like, I went out.
They communicate with each other, you know.
Yeah.
So you would get to hear that interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
hey, you want a mate? It's like, I don't want to hear them anymore.
Let's go.
Grass.
We gotta get rid of some cows.
Grass.
Yeah, like the stuff that they say can't be that complex.
My stomach hurts.
Like if you see your dog barking,
Yeah.
like I think it's-
Basically, dogs
Well,
barking
I
is
mean-
like, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
exactly.
Hey.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what a dog is saying.
First of all, I don't eat too many dogs, so it
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
affect, that wouldn't affect me.
True.
But I think a dog is like kind of on the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could. It might make it a little bit harder.
Well, here's the deal. I'm not killing them. Someone
true.
else is killing them.
That is true.
Most of the time.
But you know what? I think
It would change your outlook, though.
Man,
It would.
if
You know.
no, I would kind of freak out if a fish talked to me.
Put me back.
No, he would just pop out and go, "Don't worry, be happy."
Oh, going back.
Oh man,
yeah, I would, but I think I could stomach it, if you will. But
that was a meat joke.
but it would I probably wouldn't eat as much.
Yeah,
You know, it might be kind of like I might do it for more like sketchy situations. Like I have to eat something, like, and it's kind of like on the verge of cannibalism at that point. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I like me some meat. I think
Yeah.
I would
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you
That's
know,
what I don't think I'd give it up.
I think at first I would be like, you know, I'm going to cut back. And then, you know, I'd see a burger or smell a burger. I'd be like, you know,
Yeah.
they can talk. So
Yeah.
what? I'm still smarter than they are.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is the way that you're considering it is if suddenly they could talk.
Yeah.
You know, if you grew up and they always talked, it'd be like, meh, whatever.
Yeah. Who cares? Whatever.
But yeah, I don't know.
So
But, you know, even cows, I mean, all animals, they would not going to put themselves in harm way. So if they see
Yeah.
like they're about to die, they're probably going to say something.
Oh,
along
yeah.
the, you
That
know,
would be
I don't want to
terrible.
die. You know,
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's
don't
why
do this to me
Yeah.
that's why you use like a bullet.
from like 100 yards out. I
gosh.
can't hear you.
Oh man.
This is getting rough.
I think it might be a good thing we can't let animals can't talk to us like that. That's probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the gorilla that does sign language in the
Yeah.
Yeah, Coco.
Yeah, Coco. It's like kind of
Harambe.
like if you watch those videos of the sign language, you're like, whoa, this is a little too human.
Yeah.
There's
Like-
also the parrot that they've been training for like
Yeah.
20 something years. I forget what it is. Very smart. They put
They
him
live
at,
a long time.
they put him at like a 3-year-old level.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, he can communicate, and it's even more strange because he's not just signing; he's talking to you.
Right.
Weird.
Yeah, I listened to a different podcast on it. And it blew my mind. It was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
weird. Because he was like doing math and like telling which TV show, which cartoons he wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't like this stuff. I don't like.
Lance is like, I'm already feeling bad.
Yeah. Well, let's build off that because one of my questions is very similar. What animal would be the most terrifying if it could speak? So, like, if it could speak like us, I guess. Like, it had a full vocabulary and everything.
Ugh, I know.
So, what animal would be the most terrifying to talk to you
If it could speak.
if it could?
Ooh. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
going to
still
say,
thinking.
and then I was
You go.
like,
I'm still thinking.
okay, I mean, I was going to say snake.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have the whole biblical side of it too, and then just they're already creepy.
Yeah, they're,
I mean,
they're
I'm
very
not
creepy.
terrified of snakes, but if you saw that like talking to you,
Yeah, that would be scary.
yeah.
I was trying to think of like, because we're excluding bugs as animals, are we?
Yes.
Because
Well, I was thinking spider.
yeah, I was gonna say spiders would be pretty. Because I was gonna say if we're excluding spiders, what's the closest thing to a spider? A crab.
But the reason
Might
why
be creepy.
reason why I didn't say that because
They're
then
like, hey.
all you're really hearing is this tiny,
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
little squeaky voice.
Well, it depends. Is it like a whisper?
Oh, like in your
that would be
ear.
In
devastating.
your ear?
Ah.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
I'm out.
You know what I would think would actually be the most terrifying would be a cat.
Cat,
Like I think
yeah.
a cat would be like, listen, human, this food you gave me is inadequate.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'll suck the life force out of you in your sleep and eat your eyeballs from your dead body. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cats, man,
that
they're
would be a
menacing.
cat.
yeah.
So I think a cat would be pretty terrifying, and
Yeah.
it would probably not be living in our house if it could speak.
How did we got fairly similar questions?
That is weird.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
very similar.
I have an animal question too.
Go for it. Let's keep it rolling.
If you could have the upper body of any animal, what would it be?
What is it with you and animals and upper and lower body?
What
Because
half,
it's fun.
the upper half of any animal
Yeah.
body?
Yeah.
And the lower half would be so much easier to answer.
Yeah, the upper half's where like your brain is, but
So you're
man.
keeping your same brain?
Yeah. You're keeping
So-
your same intellect. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. I might go with a lobster.
What? You'd have like giant legs and then like a little like upper body. Like
No, like I mean, I'm thinking like a human size. Like,
no, you're keeping the same size as the animal.
wait, I was thinking
So
like a
you-
big whole lobster, like a massive lobster with big claws.
I will
and
allow,
stuff.
I will
Lancers.
allow you to. What am I looking for? A danger?
Like amend my
amend there we go.
decision.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever.
wow.
No, that's so much better if you're like Lancer-sized legs and these tiny little
Yeah.
lobster claws.
I want,
and, like,
Come here,
I want like big lobster, but okay.
yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so then what could it be like? Because what's like human size ish?
I think he said he would allow it.
It doesn't have to be human sizes.
Yeah.
No. I said I'll allow
He's
him
making me
to
change.
change it.
Because he's
Yeah.
saying I can't be big. Like I can't be big. Maybe a horse would be kind of cool. Like
Okay.
like
Yeah. You
Like-
got
Man,
some.
your legs are going to be
Yeah,
tired.
strong.
You'll have some upper hooves.
yeah. I can like push stuff like off tables. I won't be able to grab
Yeah,
anything, but
yeah.
I'm going straight up gorilla.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
so similar to
right.
a human.
All ripped,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all
Uh-huh.
the time, super strong. It's
Right.
kind of similar to what your body mechanics are used to.
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I
That's too
figured-
easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not exciting.
I figured I'd go with my usual answer. Giraffe.
I was going to say, you're gonna say giraffe.
Yes. So I have a giant like neck. I'll have the upper body with the hooves, so that's kind of like whatever. But
the
like
neck, man.
the neck. Will
Yeah,
be
you got that.
legit.
Neck. Yeah, you're gonna be eating.
Yeah, and I could just wax them with it.
Like sitting on the couch watching TV the whole time. The ceiling fans like whack, 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 whack.
No, I'll just have, my head will be out of the roof.
For real. Good
I'll be
grief.
watching TV in the attic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a silly question.
Yep. All right. What you got, Brian?
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Get on with it.
Would you accept a $30,000 per week job offer where you get paid to sit in a pitch black room and do nothing for 8 hours a day?
Oh,
Sounds amazing.
that sounds rough, actually.
Oh, no, that's like what they do to torture people.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get to leave at the end of 8 hours.
8 hours is a long time every day.
And how much money?
$30,000 a week.
That's a lot.
Lance is like,
That
I'm
is
all
a
over
lot
it.
of money.
Dude.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
But you can't sleep.
I was gonna say, are you saying you can't sleep?
You cannot sleep.
that-
You
that's
just
a
have to
big-
sit there in
right.
a dark room.
I could totally do that.
No stimulate, no phones,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Just
You know what? I would take the job, and then I would quit after like 6
No, that's
months. Yeah, I don't know that I would be able to do that.
and that's rough. I don't know.
That is very rough.
I mean, like you can sit there and think about things.
Yeah, but
It has a
So-
limit though.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be. I mean, probably a week. You're like, whatever. But imagine after that, you're gonna start to go crazy.
it's not only solitary confinement; it's solitary confinement in utter darkness.
Can I do push-ups and stuff?
No, you just have to sit there
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's rough.
the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I might take a page out of Matt's book. Like, I could do it for a while, but once I feel my sanity slipping away,
Yeah.
I would probably quit.
So how long do you think you would last?
Man, like 4 hours.
Can I just have $15,000?
No, man, how long do you think? I'm going to say 4 months. I think I could do that for 4 months, and then
I think
might
maybe
go
a month.
crazy.
I think maybe a month, and I think that would be like a limit.
is a caveat. You get paid yearly.
Oh God! Well, change it now. Oh, could I do it for a full year?
What is 30? Okay, hold on.
30,000? What was it? A week? You said?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
30,000 a week times 52. All right, Matt's doing the calculation. Carry the 4.
And you have to. It was 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
156,000.
1.56 million.
1.56
1.56.
million
Yeah.
for 1 year to sit in a dark room and do nothing for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, man.
That is a lot of money.
I'm starting to change my. Yeah, I was gonna say no, but that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, but
You know what? I could
don't-
have,
What are you giving up though?
I could have plenty of stimulation outside of that with that money, to where I could have an 8-hour rest.
Have you ever sat for 8 hours?
Well, here's the deal: you're gaining nothing.
Exactly.
No knowledge.
you're not bettering
experience.
yourself.
No, yeah.
I mean, you can meditate, right? Like, you'd be the world's best meditator.
Lance is in there sitting Indian style, going home.
One with the universe.
No, you know, like again, you're in there sitting still, dead quiet.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think I could do it.
I would figure out something to do, like roll my eyes in certain ways or something. Like flex my stomach and get like do workouts by just sitting there flexing. Like, I would figure something out. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd do it for a year.
I think I would have to try to do it
Yes.
because I need the money.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right,
Alright,
so
Lancer.
I got one more. If you could be reincarnated as a famous landmark, what would you want to be? Out of all the landmarks in the world, and you came back as one of those.
Reincarnated as a famous landmark.
Like, you get
Okay.
to be like something that's inanimate. I guess you don't make it move or anything. You just like
Now, is it a natural landmark or do you care?
it could be natural or man-made. I don't care, either one.
Okay. Okay.
Because that just kind of opens it up a
I
little
gotta
bit.
I gotta think through what's there.
Yeah, there's like a lot of ones in America.
Right.
Just came back from DC. There's a lot of landmarks in DC. A whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be any of those though.
that's a tough question.
It is. Like,
yeah.
I guess you got to think of what will you be looking at as a landmark and what would you be representing. So,
Yeah. Well, Smithsonian. I was going to say Smithsonian, but that's not really a landmark.
yeah, I don't know if that is a landmark or
No,
not.
It's a
I don't think
museum.
so. Yeah.
I mean, like, you got like Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You got the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
You got Mount Everest.
I think I'm going to say the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Pisa.
Yeah.
Why is
Right.
that?
Just because, like, you could people watch all day
Uh-huh.
and just make fun of the people because they look so stupid out there, putting their hands up on,
I like it, yeah.
sideways, pretending like they're holding you up, and you're just
Right.
you idiot. Like, everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. Now it's on me.
I could look at stupid people all day. And
It's
just
better
laugh
than looking
them.
at nothing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, the Grand Canyon would be a whole lot of nothing
right.
to look at,
Right.
but it'd be cool too. But I don't know.
I'll do. Just because I'm spitballing, I'll do the Great Wall of China.
Ah, yeah,
That
Because
gives you a lot of
I
territory.
was about to say I got a lot of places to look.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on around that
You're
wall.
like,
I'm
oh,
sure.
look, child labor there.
Nikes.
The Mongols still can't get over this wall.
Yeah.
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 Man, I don't even know what I would be. And I was
Hey,
the one
get
that
off
came
me,
up with
kid. Yeah.
I might do
Wait, that
like
I feel something wet. What? No.
You're not cool for peeing off of this.
man. I wanted to say something like really clever because I was gonna say I want to be the flag on the moon,
Oh yeah.
but that might actually be the most boring of all of
yeah,
them.
probably.
There's really nothing
Out there,
there.
like, anybody? Hello?
Oh man, I don't even get to see like people walk around.
Man, a gust of wind would be great right now.
Yeah, I don't really know what I would be.
Yeah.
Maybe like the reflecting pool in Washington D.C. because it's kind of like relaxing.
Kind of shimmery.
Yeah, shimmery, smooth, cool. But you get frozen.
Kind of
sometimes.
tranquil.
Yeah, kind of chill.
You get to see the, is that no? That's not where they do inauguration?
I mean, none of us.
They,
We
yeah,
could-
they do.
We
that where they
could
do
have
it?
picked like a
No.
Buddha,
No, they
and then everyone would rub your belly.
Yeah, you're true. That is true. I could be a big Buddha. That's actually a great idea. No, I think they do the inauguration on the Capitol building,
Yeah, they do.
and it like the people flow all the way back to the Lincoln Memorial, which is like a mile and a half, which goes by the reflecting pool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be pretty cool.
All right. So I've always had this this question kind of in my mind. What's one actor you can't help but hate?
Like no reason behind it. You just
Yeah,
hate 'em.
it's that guy that you're just like, man, I don't like this actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
who's
there's so
that guy?
many.
I have one in particular that has just always bothered me. That's John Travolta.
That's actually not a bad pick.
I don't like John Travolta.
Outside of Grease, I don't like John Travolta.
Yeah.
I liked Grease a lot. I like Grease probably too much. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I
Interesting.
just
Sweet Home Alabama, no?
just
Okay.
when I see her face, it makes me angry. I don't know why.
You know, there was a great old like meme or whatever funny picture where it's Reese Witherspoon and it shows
Oh,
you know-
without her spoon.
yeah, and then Reese without her spoon. Yeah. She's holding
She's
the
all
spoon and
sad.
then she's not holding a spoon. Yeah, really funny. That's like Kanye West. Kanye used and he's facing two different directions. Yeah.
did you say movie actor, like actor or celebrity?
I said actor.
Oh man, because I could think of a celebrity, but
What would be your celebrity?
Carrie Underwood.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand Carrie Underwood. I don't know. She's just like really annoying to me.
I can't say she's graced my like attention that much.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, was she the American Idol?
Yeah, she won
Yeah.
American Idol,
Yeah.
and she like became a country music singer,
Right.
And she just annoys me. Like, I don't even like really know her stuff
Let's
at
get
all.
her on the line.
By the way, my ex girlfriend was. But no.
Carrie.
I don't know. I just can't stand her. But you know, I guess he's a movie actor. There was a time I hated Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah.
I don't hate him as much anymore.
Okay.
But there was a time I hated him. So
I guess that half counts.
Were you jealous?
Another one might be like Charlie Sheen, Alec Baldwin.
yeah.
yeah, those are good.
There's a lot of like obnoxious.
Yeah, they're
you know.
they're easy guys to just not like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One person that a lot of people hate that I like is Pauly Shore. I think Pauly Shore is actually genius.
I don't think I know who
You don't know who
talking
Pauly Shore is?
Oh, yeah.
He was in Biodome, and he was also in that Jury movie where he was a juror. I think it was called like The Jury or something. I don't know.
Just spitballing.
Pauly Shore, like people hate
Okay.
Pauly Shore because he has no quality in his movies. Like there's really nothing there, and he's just kind of like slapstick stupid. But yeah,
Yeah.
I like him. So go watch Biodome. I think it's got a Baldwin brother in it too.
Probably. There's a lot of movies
Yeah,
with
it's got
with
one of
Baldwin
the
brothers.
it's got one of the Baldwins, I think, and Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
So you haven't heard of Biodome?
No.
Oh man, okay. Well,
Uh-uh.
it's basically a big dome of biological stuff, and people live in it, and they get trapped in it.
I kind of gathered that from the
Yeah,
name.
so it's these two knuckleheads that get caught in this like big scientific experiment.
Gotcha.
And they can't open the dome because it's a big experiment, and
Yeah.
they open the door, it ruins the experiment.
Gotcha.
So it's funny.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Sounds hilarious.
They get all these
The way you
shenanigans.
explained it,
It
I'm
was
just
better.
like itching to see it now.
It was a better explanation than your sock dance. Whatever
Yeah. What is that called? Sock what?
Sock hop.
Sock
sock
hop.
hop.
That's
There
a
we go.
dance at a school.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway. All right. Brian, did you have another one?
Yeah.
We're scratching for it.
Okay. If you could only say the same 5 words in any order for the rest of your life, what 5 words would you pick?
Wow, that's really.
Oh,
hard.
that's
I
a
come up
tough
with
one.
on the fly.
That's a really tough one.
And you've got like 30 seconds to come up with the 5 words.
5 words. Subscribe to shoot from the. Oh, I ran out of words.
You should have planned that out better. For the rest of your life, now you can be like, What do you want to eat? Subscribe.
Subscribe.
To
Shoot. Shoot from the hip is like 4 words, so that really messes up.
I
what I was trying
love
to do.
your ugly face. I don't know.
See, I was thinking like I don't want to.
I'm trying to keep a combination of words that might be useful.
like me or you, because you can point
Uh-huh.
for that.
hmm
But I don't know. Originally, I had me, you, love, hungry.
You
And
took
sleep.
more than 30 seconds to think this up, though.
But yeah, I had
Yeah.
since I came up
Well,
with the question. I had,
yeah.
You know, like when we
Since I set the rules.
when we were in high school learning language, right? They always taught us a few words at the beginning. So apparently, the most important words to know are bathroom, library, work,
biblioteca.
Car.
car, and practice the guitar. Whatever those words are.
Yeah.
So those are probably the most important words we
Yeah.
need to know,
Yeah.
according to that.
Yeah.
So.
El baño.
baño.
Oh, very nice. Did you have another one? Or?
I am out of material.
I'm out of material.
I have one more.
Oh, Brian.
let's do it. Let's
Fine,
exhaust
but
this.
Final dilemma.
It'll be really quick.
Okay.
Um,
All right, it's over.
imagine you close your eyes, and whatever you see when you open them again is the image you will see for the rest of your life. This includes when your eyes are closed.
Oh, that's oof.
Wait, read that one more time.
So you close your eyes,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and they say you can keep them closed as long as you want, but the next time you open them, whatever you see when you open them is the image you will see for the rest of your life, even when your eyes are closed.
Oh, dude, if someone plays a joke on me and puts like a hippopotamus butt in front of me.
And here, like, everyone's just like mooning you. Guys. No,
it's not funny.
like, yeah, you would get to set the scene, right? So you get to
Okay.
choose.
Okay.
But here's the deal, right? You could just go darkness, because if you did
Yeah.
like a very bright picture, like, oh, of course, like I'm going to want my family in there, my kids, my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, you don't want it to be super bright and in your face because you're seeing this 24/7.
Right.
Man.
Right.
You got one?
Uh.
If you don't say your wife, you're like
Yeah.
in
No.
trouble.
My wife's profile against the Northern Lights.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
That's so good.
That's nice.
Can I be your wife? You sound so sweet.
And Lancer's face is right in the lower left corner.
Like, hi.
Oh, I know what I want.
All right.
Okay, so I would like to see
His motorcycle.
No, I would like to have like a low angle shot of Macho Man Randy Savage jumping off a turnbuckle and about to like jump on somebody. Like that's what I want to see.
Okay.
Like because he's got like he had some like good colors and stuff and a good beard.
You're gonna go
good colors.
You're gonna go crazy because you can't get that image out of your head.
I don't know.
ever.
I don't know if I would mind it. Like, it was kinda-
Oh man.
Lance has an eternal smile on his face.
like you do not know what I'm looking at, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the same thing, like wife and kids.
But
I was gonna say,
man.
like wife and kids, but their faces are like kind of faded.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a picture.
Like they're dead. What?
Ah.
and then the rest just I was gonna do like black.
Okay, just like
Okay.
black with like
Like
kind
a
of
black
like
background. Yeah.
sort of their face.
I want to
in
be able
there.
to sleep. I want to be
Yeah.
able to
Yeah. That's why I wanted Northern Lights.
Yeah,
'cause it'd be
that
nice
was a
and
good
dim.
pick. That was a good pick.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel
All right.
really happy with what I came up with for once. All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of Shoot from the Hip. Be sure to hit that subscribe button wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, because we're everywhere, pretty much.
Everywhere.
I mean,
Even-
we're wherever you're listening to this podcast now. So,
yeah,
I mean, that's obvious.
and we're also other places too.
Yes. So hit subscribe here and then hit subscribe somewhere else.
And then leave a review.
Yes.
5-star. If you can do 6, do 6. But I don't think you can.
Right.
What if it's out of 10 and we're like 5-star?
Whatever the most number of stars
Yes,
are.
yes, the maximum number of stars. And leave a review so
Yeah.
we can know what you guys think, which is basically wonderful podcast, we love you guys. Here's $20.
Yeah,
That works.
That'd be sweet.
that's probably what it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also follow us on like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. They're called
Yeah.
social media. That's what they are.
Yeah, on the
I couldn't think
socials.
of the words. All right. So on Twitter, we're at Hip Shot Podcast. Facebook is facebook.com/shoot from the hip podcast. Instagram is Hip Shot Podcast. And something else we didn't mention.
Big news.
We will be or have launched a.
We have an amazing
Okay.
website.
Yes,
It
yes.
is the best. Oh my goodness, it is awesome.
Okay.
It is so good.
It is. We're giving out the link, right?
Sure, it is under construction.
Okay, yes.
What?
It is under construction.
I just sold it really well.
But still awesome.
That is still great.
It's sfthpodcast.com.
You got it.
We have a .com, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yes, we have plans of like transitioning things like the polls over to that because we can actually do polls however we want,
Yeah.
however long we want, and stuff like that. So that might be a transition in the near future. So
It's
it'd be a
coming
good
soon.
one.
Yeah. But go check it out for real. It's
Coming
amazing.
soon.
We have the best website in the world.
Okay, you're overselling it a little bit.
We have the best. It's got the best things.
of all the websites.
We know websites.
Yeah, we lost our okay Trump impersonator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
not me.
May he rest in peace.
Gosh.
All right, so thank you for listening to this podcast. Be sure to tune in next week. Whew. It's late.